one of the properties is that it's heavier than air. Now, I've got a bucket full of carbon dioxide here. I'm just going to pick up this bucket, being very careful not to spill any, and I'm going to pour some of this into the bucket here. Now, see if you can see what happens. Now, I'm pouring it now. Can you see it coming out? No. It's invisible. But look what's happening to the bucket. Okay, so that's because the carbon dioxide is heavier than air, all right? So this is going to make some carbon dioxide gas to go into the tank, and now I'm going to add 2 balloons. The balloons are just filled up with normal air, but look, they don't go all the way down to the bottom. They're floating in there on top of the carbon dioxide. Okay, and this is because the carbon dioxide is heavier than air. Now we can also show this with some candles. Okay, Mark's just lit the candles and they're all different sizes. I'm going to add some carbon dioxide to the bottom of the tank. Now watch the little candle over on that side. Oh, it's gone out. Okay, so the carbon dioxide is heavier than the air and it's gradually filling up inside the tank, and now that one's gone out. When the level gets to the top of the candles go out. I'm going to put some of the solid carbon dioxide into this very, very thick-walled test tube. There we are. So here I have some solid carbon dioxide in the test tube. I'm going to put the lid on this and do it up. And put this into some water here, so it doesn't frost over. Now, what's going on here? The solid carbon dioxide is turning straight into a gas, and you can actually see the pressure building up inside this test tube. There's nowhere for the gas to come out. So the gas takes up much more space than the solid, and as the solid turns into the gas, nowhere to go, the pressure is building up, building up, building up. Well, this would be very dangerous, but there is a valve to let some out later. But look what's happening down the bottom here. As the pressure builds up, and it's just beginning to build up a little bit more, look what's happening to the solid carbon dioxide. It's melting. So we can get, there we are, liquid carbon dioxide. It's now forming liquid carbon dioxide, and there it is in the bottom of the test tube. Okay. It's melted to give me some liquid in there. There we are. Now if I release the pressure very, very quickly, okay, watch what happens. It's gone back to the solid as the pressure's released, because it's still very, very cold. Now I'll close it off again, and then that will help it melt again as the pressure builds up, and the whole thing will do it again. Just pour this on. Thank you. And start a fire. But here I have my carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. And it's put it out. So on the fire extinguisher, it says CO2. This is a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher, and we can see that it puts out the fire very nicely. I'll just set it off again. You ready? Okay. And did you notice when it comes out, sometimes you see some like snow falling out? Okay. Well, what this Now, carbon dioxide is heavier than air. Heavier than air, so this tank is filled with carbon dioxide, and it should put out a fire. So I'm going to put into this some petrol, some cotton wool soaked in petrol set alight, and it should be able to put it out. Okay. So here we are, burning petrol into the carbon dioxide, and it's gone out. Let's try that again. So carbon dioxide is heavier than air, so it's staying in the tank, but as soon as I put the burning petrol in, it goes out. Now, could this be used to put out burning magnesium? Well, let's try it. So I have some magnesium here, and I'm going to set this on fire and see if we can put this out in the carbon dioxide. So here the magnesium is burning, and lower it into the carbon dioxide, and actually it's burning even more vigorously than it did before. And if I put in the burning petrol, it's still put out, but I can't light my petrol on the magnesium. So the petrol will not burn in the carbon dioxide, but the magnesium will. Okay? So carbon dioxide is very good for putting out fires that form carbon dioxide or water, but it's no good at putting out the magnesium. Well, what's happening here? If I reach in and take this out, well, you see a lot of smoke forming on the surface here. This is magnesium oxide. We see some white magnesium oxide, but deep inside here there's a lot of black, and this black is carbon. Magnesium reacting with carbon dioxide, so Mg is the magnesium, carbon dioxide reacts together to form magnesium oxide. The magnesium steals the oxygen from the carbon dioxide, leaving behind the black carbon and also releasing energy. So the magnesium burns in the carbon dioxide.